put down 2 logs here just to keep the rest of the logs up and off the ground. Just keeps them from rotting prematurely. So this is the location where the log truck can no longer drive further into the woods, just based on the width of my trails and the conditions and that sort of thing. So they drop the logs off right here, pile them up nicely. Before I had the log loader trailer, I would just hook up a winch cable and tow it out to the location where I'm splitting it. But now that I have the log loader trailer, as you can see, you can very easily load up the logs you need and make your way out to where you need to go. You may notice as I'm picking up logs, I'm picking them up just off the center point or the balance point of the log, and that allows the log to lean down on one end just a little bit. I'm doing this on purpose so that when I put the log into the trailer, I put the end that's leaning down in first towards the front of the trailer. That sort of steadies the log, and then I put the rest of the log down into position. If you watch my hands closely, they ride on 2 joysticks that controls the majority of the log loader trailer, with the exception of the grapple, which has its own joystick, which is smaller and in front of the 2 other joysticks I often use. That's kind of a good thing because I can't inadvertently open and close the grapple, which, as you can imagine, would be very dangerous if I hit it by accident and the grapple opened while the log was up in the air. All right, folks, let's have a look at what we accomplished here today. So we got a few loads with the log loader trailer of hard maple. These logs are logs that I actually purchased, and they got delivered on a log truck that is piled up in a bigger pile a little ways from here. So the log truck couldn't get out to the location I'm at, and so what I do is I sort of shuttle the logs as I need them for splitting out to this location. As I was saying, $1,400, $1,600, somewhere in that range will get you 6 to 7 cords of split firewood. Obviously, I still have to bucket up and split it, and that's going to be a job for another day. In my area, if I was to buy firewood and buy it already split and delivered, nothing but hardwood, I'm somewhere in the neighborhood of $420 a cord. Now, actually, where I live, a lot of the times it's marketed as a face cord. A face cord sells for about $140 per face cord. That's 16 inches by 4 feet high by 8 feet long. But I'm calling it a cord, which many of you will agree with. And so a full cord, 3 face cords in that, is right around $420 Canadian. I do a little bit of a math, and I can save some money if I buy logs and split it. However, you got to enjoy it because it is a heck of a job. So if we look up there, there's the Wallenstein 115, LXT 115. That's what I use to get them out here. That thing is a lot of fun to use. If you ever get a chance to use one, it's more or less like an adult size arcade game with the joysticks and all, albeit you get the weight up in the air. You really got to be careful. But assuming you're careful, you use your head, you read the manual, you learn as best you can, you end up with a really great tool to get logs up and out of the dirt and out to where you need them to be. The only thing with that LXT 115, the payload on it is so high, I think it's at 11,500 pounds, that I can actually load the trailer heavier than what the tractor is rated to tow. So I just have to be aware of that. 11,500 pound payload. I think the tractor is rated for 7,700 pound tow. I end up running out of traction typically if anything gets too heavy, but that's not something I'm going to worry about. I'll keep it on the lighter side where possible. So hard maple logs, as I said, that's what we piled up here. I'm going to continue bringing more out as I need them. These hardwood logs I'm going to use for firewood. I actually had to purchase these, and I purchased them because I don't have a heck of a lot of hardwood trees here on the property. And the ones I do have are massive. And because they're so big, they typically provide a lot of the overstory for many of the surrounding trees, and they provide seed trees. And so I'm going to leave them there. Not to mention when the trees get too big, they're hard to manage because they're so heavy. Anyways, that's it for me here today. I appreciate you guys watching. I got some wood splitting to do. Hopefully you join me next time, and I'll see you then.